Well, hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. What's up Bangchi, what's up Scotty, what's up Crimson, Darth Nick, Drakenbane. Welcome to the channel. Hope life's well. And we have a job to do. Who knows what that job is? Who knows what job we have to do? So Crimson. And my phone just won't leave me alone. Job's get 100 points. Well, job's to get the GC first. I'm still in the last year there. Still in Vibranium 2. But then, sure, the 100 points thing too. Sup, Curtis? Right. Let's play. I watched the 15-17 to Paris movie? No. I don't believe I have. Why is you asking? What the hell is that everyone did in 55 years back? Arena. We get command. Elena could be a problem. I mean, they did not manage to convince us with the good stuff, so I want to make the game. But I'm not quite following. Not quite following what you mean there. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the stream, Gekkomer. What a Wesley Nelson! The big man. The big Wes. Alright, let's see how he does here. Good morning. Stop, Nasty Dan. Stop, shot. Let those furies drop off, and then it wasn't enough. Fuck me! What? Alright, fair enough. That's why I need rank for crossbones. The problem is, I don't know if crossbones is going to be good enough for the next match, though. I mean, Aegon's probably going to come to sense, though. It was a big mistake, though. I rushed it. I should have went for level 3, I think. And, you know, a bit more safe. Oh, well. I have no idea whether Aegon's going to be sold like that. Could be. And maybe not. Well, to be fair, now at level 3 skip. I don't know. Going for that level 3 medium might be, I don't know. Come on. Really, bitch? I have not yet spent 100 units. I don't think I will, because I think the event is just poorly designed and I don't want to take part in it. I mean, it could be kind of fun, but I think, again, it was a good idea done just about the shittiest way. First of all, the cool idea would be to see which champion out of all the champions would win this, not just some 32. Second thing is, there was absolutely no reason to force people to waste 100 units for potentially nothing. The third idea is, if they can alter the champions for balance purposes and handicap champions, we should know what's changed. The fourth point is, a whole point of crucial information should be, you know, given us, like whether there's going to be masteries, whether there's going to be anything at all with those fights. And yeah, it's like, oh, some champions have been like, well, disadvantaged handicaps. Like, what? Which champions? How? So, I don't know. And again, if Kabam just wanted it with this, like, silly gambling things, like, then why put 100 units cost to it? Yeah, they should be banned from saying what it is. I probably should. You are quite likely right. I think I should have saved my... six-star Nico. Nah, fuck it. Today's Dazzlers. Yeah. Totally darkness. Those eyes guys were calling now. Fuck you. Yeah. I should have probably went with. Check this out. Shh. I hate that power lock. I fucking hate that power lock. I hate that power lock. Yeah, this was a very, very bad fight. You think 3 left? Hey, fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. I butchered this. Okay, is that Kaban 1 players login and watch panel? Well, yeah. That power lock is easily most annoying part of this meta. Yep, that power lock screwed me over because, you know, I couldn't even drop my level 1s. Torch still in your deck? Torch is never in my deck and for this meta. It's Torch in my deck for the next meta. It's actually not for Torch maybe. But yeah, no, again, I do think it's a very good idea, just executed extremely in a shit way. Yeah, I know. Alright, anyway, so don't check this out. There's nothing to see here. I think by Monday I can do another rank 4, by the way. Yeah. Should have picked that mole man. I should have picked that mole man, goddamn. I was tempted to rank 4 my Elsa too, but there is a but. She's not that good in the next meta, and that's the one that matters. Well, I had been saving my radiance. Like, when the radiance started updated, I was like near max radiance, basically. I'm saving my Titan shots. I mean, I saved them, then I opened them because all the champions sucked, then the Lizard got announced. I have like a Titan crystal, so I don't really know exactly what I'm gonna end up doing, but we'll see. The BG Store definitely needs an update, but they're not gonna do it because BG Store is kind of like left there to die because of Radiant Store. It's real. Well, sorry to hear, Bailey. I am absolutely sorry to hear that, buddy. Hope things are better. And PG Alliance rewards are abysmal shit too. Yeah. What? How? I really want to know how did that happen. Fuck off. Like, that intercept, like, after the... whatever. Okay, got it. Oh, I had a bad feeling about this matchup, but fine, but fine. But yeah, what's exactly going down, man? In the line. Who are you going rank for? I don't know. No, I think Carolina can do Cabridden well. We'll see. UK is pretty rough these days from what I see and hear. I have seen some videos about like Manchester Piccadilly Gardens and stuff. And dude, like, it's so weird looking at the places where I used to be, and they were still like, you know, they weren't like the nicest places in the town, for instance, but you never had like any real kind of comprehension going there. Will Lizard be in next build? I think so. But basically, you never really had, I don't know, like a massive kind of like hesitation going there and stuff like that. Oh, fair enough, Billy. I know how that is. That's how it gets you. It's never the one thing or another. Or it's hardly ever the one thing or another. It's almost always a mixture of things. You're going, well, I want to see this happen. He has got a very good idea. Let's see how my idea works. Probably gonna be shit though, but it is big. I mean, not awful. And over to I'm fed up. Oh yeah. To be fair, it is insane what the government there is trying to do. How many people are going to prison for like Twitter posts and shit like that? It's crazy. At the same time, they're just like letting, you know, genuine criminals walk away. It's fucking insane. Like, I don't mean this as a disrespect to UK, because I lived there for like over a decade, and overall the country has been nothing, you know, but nice to me. At the same time, all the time I had lived there, even when I was struggling, I never kind of like claimed any sort of benefits at all, or, you know, I just went there and it worked, for better or worse. Had some rough times there, had some good times there, but you could see the country going down. And it wasn't the main reason why I left UK. But it is definitely one of the reasons why I left UK. It added to it when I felt like things just are not right. And every day, for instance, when I was streaming, there, I already had started censoring myself a lot more, and I was like thinking, it's like this. Even before I left the UK, I kind of basically said that I don't feel free to speak or to say things, because I kind of knew that any point that I do, I can get a knock on my door. And it was, half joking, half serious at the time. But there's nothing to joke about it anymore. Ah, shit. I mean, it could have been better, but decent. And ultimately what I was trying to get to is, like, again, without being disrespectful to the country that I lived in, I am happy that I left UK at the time when I did, and I do feel much better now. Part of it is obviously returning to my homeland, but part of it is living without worrying, about the things that I think or say, or getting stabbed walking to the street, or, avoiding, like, most areas in the city. It's like, Latvia's crime rate, for instance, is just miles lower, like, in terms of violent crime and all that stuff. I live in an apartment building, and, like, we keep our doors open, like, all day, for instance. For a night, when we go to sleep, we typically do lock it, but, our doors are basically always open, so all our friends, can knock on the door and walk in. And where my mom lives, it's a bit different type area. It's like a fairly big house split into like 5 apartments, a couple on the top floor and the 3 on the bottom floor, and everybody keeps the doors open there, because, like, no, that people do lock the garage and stuff like that, but the doors are just about always open, and everybody's fine. And that has been like that since my childhood, and it's gotten better, if anything, as I grew up, in terms of, like, safety on the streets and stuff like that. Killing block defense is awesome. Does she need Awakening gives her more damage, and I mean, it's nice to have. It's not a must-have. So Paradox. 12k plus arrested just in 20. Yeah, I mean, that is a crazy number. And I don't think it's gotten better. For all intents and purposes, from what you hear and see. And obviously, I don't have specific data about the amount of people that have been, like, jailed in 2024 or 2025. But it does not appear the situation has gotten better, and if 2023 was 12k, I'd be willing to make a wager that it's higher now. Yeah, but get me? So rank 4, 620, Dean or Deathless Thanos. Deathless Thanos is the better champion, still. UK combined. Okay. But there we go. Also for the British people in the Britain, I can, for most part, like, I had majority overwhelming interactions. Like, when I was living in UK, there were like very few people, comparatively speaking, who made me feel like unwelcome or as if I didn't belong there and stuff like that. And for what's the best way to put it? For most part, when you worked, for instance, if there were a lot of British people, it generally kind of meant it was like a better place to work at, and a better place to be working for, and the relationships were nicer, and like you were, you know, in the jobs you were treated better if there were like more British people. So I do have a fair amount of respect for the Brits living in Britain, but the country was turning to shit. It really was, and that wasn't just like as recent thing as some would like to make it out to be. Does that make sense? Because first, for instance, the moment I landed in UK, the moment I kind of arrived in Manchester, I was surprised how dirty most of the areas are. Like how much rubbish there are on the streets. Like, there are very few bins, and you know, there's like empty packs of crisps and fast food containers out there, and a lot of areas seem to be just kind of like let down. And that was like 15 years ago at this point. Again, like the one thing I don't purify. The one thing I don't purify. Did you visit lots of places in UK once? Yeah. What's map? I can show you a map of UK. Because I lived mainly in Manchester for most of the time. A part of the time in like small town called Skelmersdale, and a part of the time in Warrington as well. But for a while I had a hobby. I was playing like Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG. And then I traveled all around the regions for like on weekends to all nearby different towns with our mates, and we, you know, participate in like local and regional tournaments, and you know, went sightseeing, visiting, going to bars and stuff like that. So I basically lived most of the time. Where is that? Stupid Manchester. Sorry, here you go, Manchester. So all of this area, I traveled quite a lot to the Blackpool, to the Preston, to Liverpool. I have been like a dozen times. You know, Nottingham, and you know, you can't see all the cities here, but basically all this area. And I have been to London again, like a dozen times probably. I've been to Scotland. I have been to Wales, and yeah, in Birmingham I went a few times as well. Birmingham increasingly became bigger and bigger shithole. I've been to Middlesbrough, Kingston upon Hull, and that area. Leicester I've been to. So I can't say that I traveled like everything around there, but you know, did some. Many tourists come to India. Well, first, like, again, India, when I was younger, I was much more eager to go to. First of all, it's finances. Like, stuff like that costs quite a bit. All from Europe to India. Second thing, Doesn't take any bleed damage, does he? What's the best way to put it? I'll be brutally honest, and it doesn't mean that I'm trying to be mean here. I am becoming more and more hesitant to go to India than I ever was. And that has quite a bit to do with one second, wait for it. Throw it. Dude, throw it! This fight was entirely lost by AI. I'm just not throwing spectral attack. This is the thing that pisses me off. Okay, so about the India thing, and I know that there's gonna be somebody that takes it absolutely the wrong way. If you find India in Google Maps, I'm not too slow. It wasn't about being slow, it was about him not throwing a fucking special attack. Any place. You guys can name any place that you see on the map. Somebody. Any urban place. Any city, any town. That again was just Mumbai. Alright, let's go. Let's find Mumbai. Where is it exactly? New Delhi. Karachi, Mumbai. Here you go. So this is Mumbai. New Mumbai or regular Mumbai? Which one is nicer? Let's pick a fairly random spot. And just about every place. Like, things like that. And I'm sure that there's...
Take my money.
Couple rounds it down.
Round it up.
And this is probably
India
like,
emoji,
you know...
India emoji, India emoji, India emoji, India
I do want to go to
emoji,
India, but
emoji,
I'll be honest,
India
I'm
emoji,
genuinely
India emoji.
afraid of... Not afraid, but I don't really want to, I don't like to be around lots of rubbish. And Gurian State tried to show Surat City. Okay. Where is Surat City? And I kind of like looked here. Surat City? You know the right place to go to India? Yeah. And again, like there is this game, not game, but there's this like challenge basically. Where drop a Google map person in just about any place and do a 360 view. And it's like you stop playing or you win if you don't see like any rubbish around. Because it has gotten dirty. It really has gotten dirty. Like, that's again a random spot that I dropped it. And like again, I think India is beautiful. Lots of places in India are absolutely beautiful. But you guys really need to fucking clean that place up. Like, that is one of the biggest things that is putting me off. From kind of like making any concrete plans and visiting India. I just, you know, don't like dirt and dirty places or looking at rubbish. Without trying to, you know, be pretentious or anything like that. Because I live in a place where that stuff's important, where, you know, streets are clean, and it's not, we're not wealthy by any kind of like comparative measure standard compared to most of the Europe. But even when we were piss poor, we kind of like took pride in, you know, keeping the cities clean and stuff like that. Based on recent channel release, do you think Lizard really did that? No, not necessarily. Just have to clean all. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm absolutely not saying it is easy or a small problem. What I am saying is, like, you know, that is extremely off-putting, and that is a type of thing that is a deal breaker to me. And you know, just like if I invite somebody to my home, I would want my home to be clean. If my home is dirty and full of rubbish and garbage, you know, bags shoved in the corner of the apartment, I'd feel bad for it. And it's kind of similar. I don't know how to explain it exactly, but it is just the type of thing that's, you know, at least to me, it is important. And I don't like dirty places. For instance, I went to Turkey, and we lived in like this like tour resort town, and then much of it was like very beautiful. But when we traveled even a tiny bit, there's like, again, a lot of you know, rubbish and like let down places and things like that kind of looked awful. And that is like one of the core memories about the trip. I do remember all the nice and awesome things, and I did enjoy my time there. But I also remember all the sights that I did not expect to see. Like the Kruger National Park. I'm sure that there would be like places that I do like. So if I would ever go to India, it would strictly have to be, you know, with a ton of advice and help from you know, you guys. But I do agree with that more. It is the people. It's like there's 1.5 billion people, but ultimately, like, once you go over like couple, I don't know, 100 or 1,000 people, it's still, what's the best way to put it, you know, all about getting people on the same kind of like mindset. And again, I don't mean this in like any kind of like malicious or negative way. I don't think, you know, less of Indian people because the things are the way they are. And it's, you know, a similar problem with America. It's like, why so many people have very poor opinion of America is because every population has, you know, bad people and has idiots. And it just so happens to be that America is a very big place, and those people have access to social media, and we do see a lot of, let's say, 1%ers in the terms of stupidity on social media, and it kind of gets highlighted more. But at the same time, you know, if you ask me, one second, I need to read it, then that is, you know, bothersome to me. That is got a problem to me. What would kind of hold me back? And I screwed up. Yeah, Good enough. Johannesburg's quite good. Bali is amazing. And so yeah. Okay. And again, like, not that I'm trying to defend China. Trust me, I'm not. But on average, let's say those populations are... Don't make no screen, don't spread hate. I'm not trying to spread hate. I don't, like, people ask me a question, I answer it honestly. It's like, I think Indian guys are awesome. Like, tons of Indian people, like, watch my channel, and I get along with all of them very well. But you can't be such a thick-skinned, I don't know, snowflake that when I try to discuss something as politely as I can, I haven't used a single derogatory term. I'm not being, you know, nasty or malicious. People ask me a question, and I answered it honestly. And if you have a problem with that, then, you know, the problem is you, not me. Oh, fuck. Because I think it is perfectly reasonable thing to say, I don't like dirty places, and I don't like dirt and garbage and rubbish. And if a place is dirty, I am less likely to want to visit it. Just like I want my house to be clean, just like I want my city to be clean, just like I want the place I go to, you know, to look good. Especially if it's, for instance, if you take it from my side, I don't get to go on many holidays. It costs a ton of money for me. Like, I have been to, like, I know, in my life I have been to like 3 or 4 holidays, all of them within the Europe, basically. Turkey technically was Asia, but okay. And I have very, very limited opportunities and times I will ever get to see other countries and other places. I don't want to spend one of those times, you know, in dirt, looking at rubbish. I don't think that's a hateful thing to say. Most countries has nice places. Yeah, of course. Just about all the countries have nice places to go. But it's the little things. As somebody, again, who has been to some of the places. You know, visit Sri Lanka. No, I have been to Turkey. I have been to Greece. I have been to Spain, to Barcelona. I have been to UK, obviously. Areas around the UK, like Wales, Ireland, stuff like that. I have been briefly in Germany, briefly in France. 1 second. After the match, I need to read the messages. Because again, like travels from Europe to India to Sri Lanka are very, very expensive. France is really terrible right now, yeah. Again, it depends where. Like Paris, you know, I'd never want to go to Paris right now. South of France, I think for most part, is still a very nice place to visit. And that was the part of France that I wanted to go to anyways. Yeah, I did hear about theft and lure. Oh, come on, you dickhead! And again, I'm gonna get wrecked because of that stupid special luck. Fuck me. And I didn't get the will. Fuck. Anyways, so that was actually like, it really bothers me. Like, one more, like, I was trying to be nothing but cordial in the conversation, and you know, speak truthfully, and they're like, oh, you're spreading hate against India. I'm really not. I'm really not. I love, you know, a ton of Indian guys who hang out with me. Lots of people from India, you know, watch my channel, and I respect that. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see what I get. Wait, I'm. Many countries in Europe don't even have 40 million population. What's the population in Latvia? Yeah, of course. You know, they are less populous countries. Latin population is like 2 million. Very small country. As in, Paris is beyond cooked? Yep. There's like actually some sort of condition. Wait, holy fuck. I thought that... Holy shit. Okay, I did not expect that. Good for him. Let's say I need to check my WhatsApp messages from my wife.
Shut up and take my money.
Oh.
Round it up $5. You love Sri Lankans too. Smiling face with
Sure
hearts emoji.
Thank you very much. Again, Sri Lanka is a place that, you know, I potentially would want to go at some point, but it all depends on the means. It's not like cheap to travel. And thank you. But yeah, Latvian population is 2 million people. Just under it, actually, no? 1.8 million roughly. It's... What's the best way to put it? It's more like... It is more like 2, because there's... Over the last couple of decades, just, I'd say about 1 million Latvians have moved to live abroad, temporarily or permanently, and at any given point, like a significant portion of them actually reside in Latvia. They don't get counted there. My town has more than 2 million. Well, our capital has like 1 million plus people, right? Why China is much nicer. 1.4. Okay, I'm not like. Here's the thing. Well, when speaking about India or China, I don't want to go into the culture or the governmental, you know, institutions and stuff like that. I just wanted to use it as like as a base example of both countries are insanely huge with insanely huge cities and you know, places. But it is undeniable that, you know, India has significantly larger problem with rubbish than China has. From all intents and purposes, I have not heard of an issue with rubbish in China. Like, you know, that again, like, I'm not saying China's better in any significant sense. I'm not a fan, you know, of communism and many of the things about China either. But so something is different there, not just the idea that there's lots of people. I should not have taken a shot. The thing is, I'm telling you, we can't have that kind of government, you know, at the moment you want to do something. But when you say that kind of government, for instance, Modi in how long has Modi been in power in India? One second. Let's take a look at that quickly. Modi has 172 is Indian politician, Prime Minister. Modi's been in power for like 11 years now. Right. What are your like term limits or typical rules of stuff like that? Because like for instance, in most countries, I don't think you can really be in power for like a decade plus. Fuck. Yeah, I'm just gonna be dead. Nah, shit. And again, by no means I am an expert of like Indian, you know, politics or anything like of the sort, but I don't really want to accept the idea that it is a problem that can't be solved, or because cumulatively, as a global population, we have kind of moved away from that. You know, in Europe, for instance, stuff like much of what's plaguing India right now used to be kind of a commonplace norm where, you know, people didn't care much about rubbish. They were like pouring it out of the windows or in the rivers and stuff like that. And over time, you know, kind of figured out it's probably not a good idea, and we want the places that we live to be clean. That thing. Okay, again, I don't live there. I don't know the details, but yeah, let's go back to it a little bit. I don't live there. I don't know those details. I don't know the specifics. But I do have eyes and I can see the end result. And if the end result is, you know, a big mess and lots of rubbish, then to me that's not a good thing. And it is not something that's making me less likely to visit, for instance. And ultimately, as same with, you know, Disney and Marvel movies and stuff like that, you guys are absolutely free to do whatever you want. You know, it's your place, your country, it's your homes, and I get affected, you know, least of it. The decisions that depend on me is, you know, whether I do or do not want to visit, and so on and so forth. So all of that is entirely down to you. And fuck it. I made a very bad fight. Nah, it's not awful. 3 USA from Orange, that's impossible. That is just impossible. You know, okay, that is a wild thing to say, bro. That is a wild fucking thing to say. But yeah. I also fully admit that, you know, cultures are different and things that are important to me might not be as important to everybody. Why did I name you Sri Lanka? Why did I name Round It Up as Sri Lanka? Man, I must be thinking on autopilot or something. Oh. Good enough. Sri Lanka. There you go. I kind of like it. I'll keep it. What does that word mean? Haripol. You know, like, I guess broccoli also. Language become. If I had to go to other state, I need to know language. Language not a joke. That. Well, that is true. Like communication, being able to communicate with each other is like so crucial. For instance, you know, that's why in the newer generation, at the very least around Europe for most part, for example, it is so nice that you can go just about anywhere and most people will be able to communicate to you in English reasonably well, especially the younger people. So I think globalization as such, I think, comes with problems, and you know, countries do end up losing part of their identities and so on and so forth. But the fact that in large areas of the world that have had the benefit of, you know, good school systems, English is effectively being taught as, you know, the first non-native language, and people do learn English all across the globe. That has been such a nice thing. Occupation or dictatorship? India is doing neither. China is doing one of them. Well, occupation is just, again, occupation always kind of followed by dictatorship, so you could argue it's kind of like one, I guess. I'd say, at least. Because, you know, if you do occupy a place, you do dictate its rules afterwards. So, realistically, it's just the one. Oh, geez, I seemingly have started an Indian on Indian violence here in the chat. My bad. My bad. Okay, mall boy, show me what you can do. Come on, dude. Okay then. Good. Ah, fuck you. Fuck you and that block damage. Ah, shit. Oh yeah. Fine, whatever. That's bad. This is not a great fight. Can you go to second? I mean, that's, you know, that's another kind of important thing. I do think there are very, very good people in all of these countries and places and just about anywhere in the world. Just as, like, there are bad things about all of them too. I don't think any place on the planet is perfect. More so, when it comes to the people living in these specific places, I think majority of the people that interact are good, awesome, great. And as long as we can have like a conversation and a talk. Ah, fuck it, here you go. Home is perfect for me. There you go. Upset. Dinosaur is the ultimate religion. I identify as T-Rex. Hey, that's perfectly legal these days. Not how long that. It's gonna be a very bad fight. Oh, look at that, I got a weakness on me. Ta-da! Huh? She doesn't get guaranteed crits, she gets precisions that does increase her crit rate. Привет! Привет! Спасибо. Alright. Final round. Let's go then. And I'm cooked. Very clever, very, very, very clever. Subtitles, please. And no, learn a new language. Good enough. Probably. Hopefully. Maybe not. I don't know. Should be good enough. Is that degen Elsa ability? Yes. Elsa degens you when you bleed her. One second. By the way, guys. Saying like W's are always satisfying? Yeah, they kind of are. Who wants to see my wedding pictures, by the way? I do have access to them. Like the full wedding photos. There's a lot of them, though. Probably make that into a video. Do you guys want it? Oh, okay, fine. I guess we can take a look at some. Optimal Sig for Kate Bishop. I think it was Sig 100 or Sig 200. So 200 is obviously optimal, but if you want Sig her up to some level, then 100 is that. Wedding exhibition? Nah, I won't. Yeah, fine, whatever. Whatever, just give me a minute. 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 Calm down. Da 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 da. Let's see if there are. I mean, she did send these to everybody, so. Well, okay. There's like 1,000 though. So we're gonna be speed. In this stream, we're gonna be speed running through them. So there you go. My wife getting ready. Nick Fury or Okoye? I mean, I did both, but I did Nick Fury first. Yeah, I will give you the link to this if you want. You want what? You're a tall dude? Yep. And she's wearing massive heels. Like tall? Yep. Like tall. I'll just leave that there. For growth hormones. Beautiful one. Thank you, Danny. Would you have legs? I do indeed. That was me calling her in the morning of the wedding about something. Oh, she wanted me to bring something from home that she forgot. Because like there's this tradition where basically the night before the wedding, you know, we sleep separately and she sleeps at her, you know, parents' home, her childhood home, and then I need to go and effectively buy her. I do have honeymoon pics, but I do need to sort out through the ones that I do want to show you guys. So I should probably make a video with the wedding pics and then a separate one with honeymoon ones. Because I do need to go through them, not all of them, you know, I want to show on stream. Thank you, Imbalanced. I kind of like this one. Alright, quicker through that. I'm not a small guy, you know. I'm about 6'5" and like 230 pounds, 230, something like that. That's my wife's grandma, and that's her godmother. Ah, this one's kind of nice. Whoops, what did I press? Where did I press it? Where did we stop? We stopped here. That's actually Edward. It's Rosebud. He flew in from Germany for my wedding. So he's a guy that I know just from MCOC. That was my mom there. That was starting the negotiations of my purchasing of the bride. It's, yeah, again, Latvian like wedding tradition type thing. I needed to draw her, and I'm a horrible drawer. So the picture was looking very bad. Where's James? James didn't come. So then I had to do all sorts of different tasks, step by step, basically, you know. That I had to guess like important numbers in her life. And I had to find the right key, and I had to guess which box her shoes in. Did you tell her? Yeah, basically. That's her brother. We went to visit him in UK as well last year. About a year ago now. Nah, this one's looking nice. Beautiful desk, thank you. Yeah. Oh, I mean, she picked it. I got the honor of paying for it. Shit, again, miss. Where's the right picture? There's like me looking upwards somewhere. Ah, there's this one. Then you all see Katie. So I'm blushing? I'm not blushing, I don't think I am. That's like our family friend, basically. She was maid of honor. Was your photographer killed it? Thank you, Gecko. So we got married in this like beautiful, beautiful castle in the White Hall of it. We had about 60 guests, just a bit under. That's my sister. No, that's my godmother. That's my aunt. That's her husband. Okay, that's the maid of honor. Me signing up. That was the best man, my childhood friend. Who knows? Of course. You'll get invested. Thank you. Must have been at least 5 audience. That's one way to measure it. That was my older brother, like one of my older brothers. He lives in UK, by the way. He lives in Birmingham now. Still cheaper than the average MCOC sale. This guy is also my childhood friend, and he's also my mechanic. He's doing all the work on my car. Okay, oh, I guess it did. Where's the girl in blue? Your niece? 1 second. Tell girl in blue. So these are our family friends. We kind of met at their house party. What's all boss? Curious how tall are you? I'm about 6'5", like 6'4" something. Factor in shoes, 6'5". Because, like, you know, it's not like he's a short guy, you know. That is my brother that lives in the same town as I do now. That's his new daughter. It's his wife and other daughter. She's Diana's friend. Lives in Switzerland, I think. So this is my godmother. That's my godmother's husband. It's also, you know, he's also like a coach, you know, physical instructor, personal trainer type thing. And well, not personal, but he does like group training for like women, and she does go there. So it was this whole funny thing where I did not expect her trainer to be at our wedding, but it turned out he's married to my godmother. So, you know, the perks of living in a small town, I guess. And that's my father's sister. My father's passed away quite a while ago. This is his oldest sister. That's her friend from childhood, basically. Those are like some her family from Lithuania, so they came from different countries. This is my godfather. That's his wife and his family. That's Edward. So again, I only know him through MCOC. He came to visit Latvia specifically for the wedding. That's Diana's grandma. That's Diana's uncle and her godfather, and that's his wife. That's her cousin and cousin's family, basically. That's my mom, that's Diana's mom, that's our son, that's her. That's Diana's brother. I forgot who was this lady. I think she was from Lithuania, like a relative from Diana as well. I think it's a cousin to these ladies, but somehow. Are you the oldest, youngest, or middle? I'm the youngest. I have 2 brothers that are 5 and 7 years older than I am, and I have a sister that's 9 years older than I am. So I'm the baby boy in the family, but I'm the tallest. So again, that's our maid of honor, and that's her family. That's, you know, her husband and the kids. This is the best man and his girlfriend. I know him since I was like 13, 14. So this is my sister. This is my sister's daughter, so my niece. That's her boyfriend, and that's my nephew. So it's the son. He just turned 18, I think. So here is. So I'm the youngest. This guy's in the middle. He's 5 years older than I am. then it's this guy is 7 years older than I am, and this is our sister. She's the oldest. And obviously, then my mom struggled in there. So that's another childhood friend of mine, a relative from Lithuania. This is bridesmaid's sister, but we're kind of friends with their family too, and that's her husband. And this was just like, she's the boss lady at the castle where we got married, basically. But she used to work there, so they know each other too. I said, no, Sith wasn't at my wedding. Sith came for my birthday, not wedding. The venue's gorgeous, thank you. It is a very, very nice place. It's actually like one of the most famous places in Latvia. Like one of the most beautiful places in this part of Europe. So, Mr. Stealthy? Oh yeah, Sith Supreme went to that castle. We went to look at it. You guys are so tall? Yeah, Latvians are some of the tallest people in the world on average. We have the tallest women in the world and like the third tallest men. Like when I was living in UK, if I saw somebody taller than me, my day was ruined. Here, I saw somebody taller than me every day. We were actually originally planning to get the photo session done in the gardens because that castle has absolutely beautiful gardens. But it was raining at this exact moment, which was not ideal. But after that, the day, turned beautiful. There was no rain afterwards, and it was great. So this exact time was the only time throughout the day when it was raining a little bit. But we did the photo shoot in the castle then. Daily rewards on your wedding day? Yeah, I did. Of course I did. Why wouldn't I? It's like, why did I miss out? My brothers were right around the wedding date, so I was at my family vacation day. Go! The FOMO is real. Well, again, keep in mind, she slept at a different house. Like, my best man came over at my place, so we kind of woke up together and got ready together and stuff like that. And she slept at her mom's place. And I had time in the morning. And on the way there, it was a bit of a drive too. How tall is Diana? One second. She's like 1 meter 60, but she's wearing like massive heels there. Meters, centimeters to feet. So Diana is like 5'3", something like that, 5'4". Lovely couple, thank you. So yeah, so it's maid of honor and the best man basically. Again, at the castle there. Let's move on to the next one. There's quite a bit of pictures. So that's both of them. Very nice. Let's move on to the more fun things. How many consecutive days? Another tradition is like after the wedding we need to cross 7 bridges. I think it was 7 or 9 bridges, where at each bridge we had like a little task to do. So you know that's what we're doing in these pictures. We were driving around the region basically. Well, we kind of had planned where it's done. Woyla said that we're both ugly as devil. Oh, that's fair enough. Is she Latvian? She's Russian Latvian. And then her nationality is Russian, but her citizenship is Latvian. And Latvian is, you know, she's fluent in both languages. That's where we left our locked it and threw away the key. That's another tradition here. And another tradition in Latin is like where our relatives and stuff like people that are kind of our acquaintances but not necessarily invited to the wedding do block the road of the wedding procession, and then we need to do some tasks or stuff like that, and then effectively bribe them off with vodka and sweets and pastries. So this was like one of those gates. There was another one at the castle and one more after that. So they blocked our wedding procession and basically we had to give them vodka to carry on. Kind of like this picture. That's Edward again. It's kind of nice picture. This is another one of the bridges. Once I know. So this was the bridge that I had to carry her over. It's right next to our childhood home, and there's like a castle on the side here. Another castle, different castle. So that's me. They picked the longest bridge for me to carry her over. So that's the castle. My brother actually does a lot of work in that castle. And I grew up right next to that castle and this area basically. If you're looking very carefully, you can see that there's a gas station there. That's my gas station. As in, like, I only fill up there, basically. Yeah, we already have some printed. I see, thank you. This is kind of nice. And this is already like from the party. There were also, we had like a evening manager type thing, and she had all sorts of like games and dances and you know, things to do for us, and one of them was basically like a dance contest where we had to judge it. So this is that. That's the wedding manager. That's the DJ. She was also singing very nicely. She had a very nice voice. This is like where the, you know, party took place. This is, I kind of like this one with Edward. I have a particular gas station I almost always used to. I know, right? It's very important to fill up where you feel comfortable. Yeah, that was the fireman that couldn't hang and passed out at my birthday party. Here he is as well. That's my oldest brother. Again. Every guy has that one gas station. That's a single unique experience we guys share. I know. Everybody's already half wasted, but nobody got like super drunk. Or okay, some people did get, but not too much. I have some stupid crazy videos from my wedding that I haven't showed anybody either yet. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll show a few of them. There was basically a dance-off of guys versus ladies. Back to the wheat field. For a moment, I guess. What's up, Cyberwick? I like this picture, but not this one, I guess. There's, I think, one more nicer. Have you seen these photos? I don't think so. They are new ones. I was waiting 3 months for these ones. Then we had like a fire ritual where everybody made explosions. A little bit of fire. You basically threw amber powder in the fireplace and it kind of like burns up very quickly. Kind of cool. I remember some of these people. I bet it is. But yeah, so we were playing with fire. That was our wedding cake. We basically opted to have like cake up top and small mini cakes at the bottom because, you know, it saved us all the mess of cutting them up and whatnot. But it was very, very, very delicious, by the way. Definitely got to do it during cold months, but preferably. Why during the cold months? So this is another interesting thing that me would love the fire ritual. It was a very cool ritual. One of these glasses have vodka, and one of these have water. And we didn't know which one is going to get vodka and which one's going to get water. And, you know, we could salt each other's bread. It's also like kind of a tradition type thing. There we were kind of drawing the future chores for each other. I got all the good ones, she got the bad ones, basically. Because there isn't air conditioning anywhere. We don't need it. There is air conditioning in some places. So who'd you ban from the wedding? I didn't ban anybody from the wedding. There she had to recognize her husband through the mask by only basically touching the nose. She eventually did, but it took her a while. What was the gulag word in the wedding? I'm sure there were many, but nobody informed me. I'm breaking the plate. Salting each other's bread. There's gonna be one good shot with her drinking. 1 second. This one. She got the vodka, by the way. She downed it like there's nothing, though. Best man speech. Our glasses. So if you take a look here, see we crossed out her old surname and put on the new one there. Oh crap! No! And find the glasses. Where are the glasses at? Yeah. Everybody's still sober-ish here. Well, most of them. That was from our first dance. That was like a dance-off competition. There's somebody clearly not sober anymore. It's Edward dancing. Oh, there are still some photos from the castle. Nice. I don't know why they're a bit out of order. But that is fine. Hey, where did that balloon go? I don't remember. Da-da-da-dum. I guess this guy was meant to be at my birthday as well, but he couldn't make it. That was a nice picture. Wonder where we're at in the total scheme of the pictures. Photographer earned the money. She's quite kind of like well recommended photographer. It's only that, yeah, we had to wait for like 3 months to get them. Oops, is that it? Yeah, no, we reached the end. We're finished. We're done. Or maybe some photos drunk guests. I mean, like, we have those somewhere, but not from the professional photographer. So there you go. Those are the wedding pics. Took a while, I guess. But we have a Gulag Master Sri Lanka, love Sri Lankans. Yeah, we do. Well, actually, well, fine. Well, that is it for this stream, though. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't think there is going to be an evening stream this time around, because my best man scored me some free theater tickets. And we're going. You've already done this 5,000 point solo. Nice, good on you, Cyberweek. You've been on a grind. But yeah, that is it for now. And I'll catch you later. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all been